Hello guys, and welcome to something just a little bit different. I'm thinking I might take a little break from Rocket League for a little while because after today I'm not really feeling in the mood for it altogether. But before I do start, I'd like to give an absolutely massive shout out to my brother for letting me use in his tracks that he's made. He's put a lot of work into this stuff. I've put his links to all his social profiles, his SoundCloud, his Facebook, his YouTube in the description. If you would check that out, give him some love. He puts a lot of work into this. It's much appreciated, guys. Thanks. So, what I plan on doing today is just some of the default missions that FSX has actually left in the game for us to enjoy. Instead of just working away and doing some flights from here to there, a bit boring, this is going to be something completely different. So what I'm doing here at the moment is I'm flying Janet Airlines. I'm flying from Las Vegas Airport to Area 51. And I remember doing this when I was younger. This was, from what I remember, it was pretty fun. Right. So now, as you can see, we're flying the unmarked Janet Airlines. And where we need to go is down to this runway. I don't know exactly what one it is. For some reason, I'm not getting any voices. So, let me see if I can just turn off that freaking. Turn off the ID. That's it. No more beeping. Sorry about that. So I need to push back. Set our flaps to 10. For some reason it's not giving me any voice, and really wish I knew why. My engines are after dying. This is the default aircraft for FSX, so I'm not really going to be too fussed about how I fly it. I don't want to do it professionally. This is all just for fun. Just waiting for number 2 to start up, and then we can just get going. Seems like she started up. Perfect. As you can hear, the sounds are pretty basic as well. Not really all too enjoyable. For the sake of the video, just making it fun. So I remember playing this as a child. It really gave a bit of definition for me for Flight Simulator, for just messing around instead of trying to act like a real pilot, flying from A to B and B to A again. And from what I remember is you can encounter some UFOs in this, I believe, but there are other missions that I'm going to do later on where you actually have to intercept some UFOs, so hopefully I get some enjoyment out of that, and you do too. And for those of you who are wondering, I'm using the Cytec X52 Pro flight controllers. Pretty handy, all things to have. Very basic, very entry as well. Janet Airlines. I think they're Boeing 737-200 series, I believe. You can tell by the engines. runway is. Let's get this to 0. No, 0, 0. Actually, I'm just going to pause this for a second. I'm trying to figure out why I don't have any voice inside the cockpit. Let me see. This is the first time this has actually happened to me, so okay. Should do it, I hope. We might have some adjusting to do. I will be in the future. I'll be trying to prepare myself for VATSIM. So during the process, I'll be sitting there listening to ATC, figuring out how VATSIM works, and maybe get
Turn left here onto taxiway Bravo and hold short of the runway.
Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll be looking into joining VATSIM just to bring out some good content and maybe get featured in some of the failed videos, possibly. But I know there is a lot of stuff that you will need for the software. At least now we have some voices to go along with this. It's not just going to be me talking the entire way.
Hold short here and I'll get our takeoff clearance. Las Vegas Tower, Janet 356, ready to go at 1 left, VFR to Desert Rock.
Janet 356, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 4,500.
Cleared for takeoff, Janet 356. Ready? Turn on the landing lights, make a left turn onto the runway, and let's go.
You can wait. 4,500. Landing lights on. Let's start. Don't want to hang around the runway too much, just in case there's some incoming aircraft. The engines spool up a little bit, and then let's just go.
Knots. V1. Rotate.
Hey, aviation
V2.
fellow. How are you getting on, buddy? And we have liftoff.
Positive rate, gear up.
Heading set. Altitude set. Set our speed. And switch on our autopilot.
Flaps up.
Janet 356, contact departure.
Janet 356, switching. Departure, Janet 356, with you, climbing to 4,500.
Janet 356, radar contact. Altitude restriction removed. Proceed on course.
Up to 14,000, own navigation, Janet 356. Okay, turn left and fly direct to the Mercury NDB. Climb and maintain 14,000. I'll let operations know we're on our way.
4,000.
Gold Coast, Janet 356 is airborne.
Janet 356, Gold Coast, roger. Have a good one.
Actually, I kind of enjoy these defaults Boeing 737s that FSX have actually put in. It can be enjoyable to some extent. Not entirely.
Let's run through the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear up. Flaps up. After takeoff checklist complete.
I do have the PMDG 737-800 with and without winglets and Boeing 777 installed as well, so in the future I'll be doing some videos of those. Maybe some long distance flights and such.
To go. Turn the landing lights and the seatbelt sign off. Level off at 14,000 feet and set cruise thrust. Let's get these folks to work as fast as we can. Just don't exceed 330 knots.
The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating that it's safe to move about the cabin. For your own safety, we request that you keep your seatbelt fastened if you're in your seat during this short flight.
We're too high. Descend to maintain 14,000.
Seriously? Oh, the meters. Oh dear. Let me see. Let's put that back. Oh dear God.
Departure orbit
50,000 feet.
3,000 to maintain 4.5.
Orbit 217, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Up to 290, orbit 217.
This descent is gonna be pretty quick. Yo Z, how's the football going? It's gonna be good to tune in as well. I know you like this sort of stuff.
Orbit 217, proceed direct to the city.
Direct to the city, orbit 217.
Sitting at 291 knots. Send in 14,000. You know, that would have been pretty damn funny climbing up 50,000 feet in a 737. Everybody would have died on board. Bit of high caliber decompression. Who's playing in the match seat? Is it Dolphins by any chance? No, let's increase your speed now. 3 seats per match. Good. plan is then to make a right 90 degree, maybe 110 degree turn and head straight for Groom Lake, aka Area 51. I believe in the process the UFO should pass us on the right hand side, just along here, so I will try and spot it if it does come by.
Orbit 217, contact Los Angeles Center 128.07.
Orbit 217 switching, we'll see ya.
Let's drop down 350, just in case. How is the stream to you? Is it smooth looking? Is it easy going? Can you hear me okay?
Janet 356, contact Nellis Control on 126.65.
Janet 356 switching. Nellis Control, good morning. Janet 356 with you at 14,000.
Janet 356, Nellis Control, you're loud and clear. Nellis altimeter 29905.
29905, Janet 356.
Nellis, Janet 710 is off Silver Bow out of 7,000 for 190.
Janet 710, Nellis Control, ident. Janet 710, radar contact 5 miles north of Silver Bow. Maintain flight level 190.
Heading up to 190, Janet 710.
Miles an hour from Mercury NDB. Should be looking for right turn curves. There it is.
Nellis, Janet 710.
Janet 710, go ahead.
Any chance for proceeding direct to Fido?
Unable, sir. We've got a UAV working out in that area.
No worries, thought we'd ask. Janet 710.
Turn off my headphones and fly this now. Manual. Should be making your turn in about maybe a minute, 10 seconds.
We're crossing the Mercury NDB, so turn right to the heading of 010 and we'll fly up the Immigrant Valley toward Pyramid. It's a waypoint located at that pyramid-shaped peak on the horizon up by Groom Lake.
Janet 356, unidentified fast-moving traffic, 2 o'clock, 10 miles westbound, altitude unknown. Report traffic in sight.
Janet 356 looking.
Janet 356, traffic alert. Traffic now 12 to 1 o'clock, less than a mile, westbound, altitude unknown.
Where's he at?
Oh, what the? Janet 356, that was a close one.
Where'd he go?
Nellis, Janet 356. Go. Nellis, Janet 356.
Janet 356. Nellis, you with me?
Janet 356, roger. Lost you for a minute there.
Janet 356, roger. Must have been electromagnetic interference from the fast mover. Traffic no longer observed.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Looked like they were right at our altitude. Okay, we're getting close. Let's run through the approach checklist.
Sorry about that. They've been at it all week. Keep your eyes open. Not everything appears on the scope.
Altimeter set to 29.905. Will do. Thanks for the advisory this time, Janet 356. Speeds set. At our current weight, we'll want to fly the approach at 140 knots. Approach brief. We'll request the visual approach to runway 32 via Pyramid Waypoint. That's just to the southeast of Groom Lake, but Tower will probably clear us to land before we get there. Approach checklist complete. Reduce our speed to 250 knots now.
Janet 710, descend and maintain 15,000. Nellis altimeter 29905.
29905, departing 190 for 15,000. Janet 710.
Janet 710, maintain 180 knots.
Slowing to 180 knots. Janet 710.
Janet 710, contact Vegas now, 125.02.
2502. Janet 710.
Janet 356, contact the tower.
Janet 356 switching. I'll call the tower now. Note that we change our call sign here from Janet 356 to Longhorn 27. I could tell you why, but then I'd have to kill you. Just kidding. Tower, Longhorn 27, request the visual runway 32 via Pyramid.
Longhorn 26, correction, Longhorn 27, stand by.
Roger.
Longhorn 27 tower, cleared visual approach, runway 32 via Pyramid.
Okay, direct Pyramid and cleared for the visual, runway 32, Longhorn 27. Okay, we're cleared for the visual approach to runway 32. Descend to 6,000 feet for now, and continue flying to Pyramid Waypoint.
For those people watching that don't know what Janet Airlines are, they're an unmarked aircraft that flies out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And they ferry the workforce into Area 51. So that's the main use of the Janet. People actually believe it's an acronym for just another non-existent aircraft. Just another non-existent transport. Yeah, just another non-existent transport.
Longhorn 27, make straight in runway 32. You're number 2 to follow a fast mover on final. Wind calm.
Straight in 3-2, looking for the fast mover, Longhorn 27. Just continue flying toward Pyramid for now.
Fast mover used.
Alright, now that we're descending below 10,000 feet, turn the landing lights and the seatbelt sign on, and keep your speed below 250 knots.
We're now commencing our descent to Groom Lake. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for landing. We should be on the ground shortly.
Reduce thrust and set flaps to 5 to bring your speed back to 180 knots.
Fast mover he was just talking about there was the UFO that passed us, so we should have to follow that in. Possibly get to see it landing.
maintain 180 knots for now. The runway is the big one on the right. Airport elevation is 4,600 feet MSL.
Tower, Granite 3-1, ready to go on the north pad, eastbound to patrol Peekaboo with Echo.
Granite 3-1, cleared for takeoff. Traffic is a fast mover on final for the ramp, and a 737 behind him on the runway.
Cleared for takeoff, we'll watch for the traffic, Granite 3-1.
There he is. There's the UFO.
Vista 4-5, wind calm, ramp landing approved. Fire equipment is standing by for spray down.
Roger, ramp landing approved. Vista 4-5.
Longhorn 2-7, fast mover traffic just south of the ramp now. Additional traffic at the slow mover departing the north pad eastbound.
Longhorn 27 looking. Longhorn 27 has both aircraft in sight.
Longhorn 27, wind calm, clear to land runway 32. Report gear down.
Cleared to land 32, Longhorn 27.
There we go.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
We're about 4 miles from the runway now.
Sink rate.
Lower the landing gear, slowly add full flaps, and reduce speed to 140 knots for the approach. Longhorn 27 on short final, gear down and locked.
Longhorn 27, roger, winds calm.
Landing checklist. Landing gear is down. Flaps set to full. Landing checklist complete.
I don't know how we completed that. That's right, set for the wheel.
Vista 4-5, spray down this frequency.
Vista 4-5, roger.
Now we can full flaps. This one brings us on down.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Longhorn 27, turn next taxiway to the left.
Roger, Longhorn 27.
Great set.
Longhorn 27, clear of the active, taxi to the ramp.
Longhorn 27, taxi to parking this frequency. Your outbound clearance is on request.
Longhorn 27, taxi straight ahead to the ramp. We'll park next to the other Janet aircraft.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop at the gate and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. We realize you don't have a choice as to how you get to Groom Lake, but nonetheless, we appreciate you choosing to fly there with us. Job security all around. Enjoy your day.
Tower Vista 63, south ramp. Request east departure with Delta.
Vista 63, wind calm. East departure approved. Caution 737 on taxi.
East departure approved. Vista 63.
You gotta love those UFO effects. Absolutely. That noise that lingers is just irritating. Had this in real life, I'm pretty sure Google satellites and a lot of conspiracy theorists would be pretty happy. Just to the right of the Weather 737. I believe they're Black Hawk helicopters. To the left.
Set the parking brake, turn off the fasten seatbelt sign, and shut her down. Nice flying, by the way, although officially this flight never happened. Welcome to Dreamland.
Perfect. Blurry photo of a UFO. It's a great mission reward. Anyway, on to the next one. What do we do? I might do Loopy Larry. That's pretty fun. There it is. Trying to touch. Oh, what plane is it? A Piper J3C Cub on a moving bus. Should be an interesting one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a special treat for you. Loopy Larry.
Okay, Larry, I'm rolling. Go ahead and take off. I'll be in position by the time you come back around.
There's the bus now. Larry, you better hurry up and take off. That bus can probably go faster than your airplane.
There's the bus on the right-hand side. And this is the aircraft on the bottom. Piece of junk.
I'm all lined up on runway 18. You let me know when you're ready for me to roll.
I'll give it a minute until I get my turn. Until I get the turn so I get the speed built up. Right up past this runway. Make my right turn. Right straight back on. Turn. Go.
I'm moving steady at 50 miles per hour. Ready when you are.
Here we go. Directly 12 o'clock now.
He's closing in on the bus. Keep it steady, Larry. Steady.
This is just going to be a problem. Can't see him.
He's matching the bus's speed, a blazing 50 miles per hour. Now he's settling down on top of the bus.
Overshot him. Overshot him. Oh shoot. Oh, that's going to make it ruin your flight. Slow down and missed it. Oh, missed it. Sugar. It's a bit of a fail, but I'll give it one more shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a special treat for you. Loopy Larry.
Okay, Larry, I'm rolling. Go ahead and take off. I'll be in position by the time you come back around.
There's the bus now. Larry, you better hurry up and take off. That bus can probably go faster than your airplane.
Such detail in the pilot.
Okay, Larry, I'm all lined up on runway 18. You let me know when you're ready for me to roll.
Let's do it.
There goes the bus, and here comes Larry.
I'm moving steady at 50 miles per hour. Ready when you are.
He's closing in on the bus. Keep it steady, Larry. Steady.
Try and dump some speed. A little bit of traffic. Matching.
He's matching the bus's speed, a blazing 50 miles per hour. Now he's settling down on top of the bus.
Here we go.
That's you up there? Sounds like you're bored.
Absolutely amazing, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it here first.
Yep. See if we can see the pilots. Anyway, finish that mission. Whew. We have this one here, Cape Canaveral. This one might be good for you, Z. You recognize this place. There's a few things I need to write down here. And space. And I'm ready to go.
Guardian 2, Guardian 1. We'll make a left-hand traffic pattern, fly past the carrier, and then head for the coast. After launch, follow me.
Guardian 1 cleared launch. Left closed traffic approved.
Just waiting for my clearance now, I believe. I'm going to do a catapult launch off the aircraft carrier for this one.
One, airborne.
1 radar contact, no interval. Guardian 2 cleared launch. Left closed traffic approved.
I don't know why it's not hooking up. There we go. Look at that. It's something special.
Radar contact. Interval is Guardian 1.
And that's what happens when you don't pay attention. Let's retry.
Guardian 2, Guardian 1. We'll make a left-hand traffic pattern, fly past the carrier, and then head for the coast. After launch, follow me.
Guardian 1 cleared launch. Left closed traffic approved.
Here we go. Go. Second time lucky. Do we know third time? That should do us. We're now attached. But the animation to drop the bar.
1, airborne.
1 radar contact, no interval. Guardian 2 cleared launch. Left closed traffic approved.
Third launch.
2 radar contact. Interval is Guardian 1 turning downwind.
Guardian 1, abeam.
Guardian 1, roger.
Coming in too fast. Way too fast. This is why I didn't join the air. How is he going?
Alright, stay with me, and let's head for the Cape. We'll climb to 10,000 feet.
Guardian Flight, switch departure.
Over to departure, Guardian Flight. Departure, Guardian Flight, climb Angels 10.
Guardian Flight, proceed on course.
Proceed on course, Guardian Flight.
Guardian Flight, contact Orlando approach on 124.8.
Guardian Flight leader, switching. Orlando approach, Guardian Flight. 2 F-18s with you, climbing to 10,000.
Guardian Flight, radar contact. Continue westbound at your discretion. Restricted areas 2932, 2933, and 2934 are all active. No reported traffic.
Guardian 2, Guardian 1. Follow me, and let's proceed to the launch area. The restricted areas around the Cape are all hot, so we shouldn't encounter any other aircraft. If we do, we'll have to escort them away.
Go keep them within 0.5 nautical miles. I'm trying to get closer actually.
Approach, Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie. We'd like to cancel flight following at this time.
Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie.
Guardian 2, Guardian 1. There's the launch area to the south. Let's separate for maximum coverage and orbit the facility counterclockwise on opposite sides of the Cape. You fly ahead and take the west side, I'll take the east. Maintain 10,000 and maintain a 5-mile radius out from the pad itself. Approach. Guardian flight breaking into Guardian 1 and Guardian 2.
Guardian 1, squawk 3675, ident.
Guardian 1.
Guardian 1, radar contact. Bravo Charlie, approach. Over, G. Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, approach. You still with me? Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, squawk, ident. Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, if you can hear me, give me an immediate turn to the west. On your present heading, you'll enter restricted area 2934. Airspace is active for a rocket launch. Turn west, sir. Guardian 1, Guardian 2, I have an unresponsive aircraft 2 miles northeast of Space Coast Regional. A Cessna Caravan about to violate the restricted airspace. No mode C, altitude unknown. Looks like he's northeast bound, heading your way. Guardian flight, NASA advises time to launch is over T-minus 11 minutes. G, over G.
Guardian
over
1,
G.
roger. We'll intercept and escort clear. Roger, T-minus 11, Guardian flight.
Thank you, sir. Probably just sightseeing and didn't read the NOTAMs.
Guardian 2, you intercept the bogey, I'll cover the perimeter. Form up on his left side and slide in front so he sees you. Rock your wings to let him know to follow you.
Guardian 1, Guardian 2, Canaveral Ops requests that you escort the intruder to the shuttle landing facility runway. Not sure why.
Wilco, Guardian 1.
Weapons briefing active, so no, this caravan cannot travel over 400. Form up on his left side, rock my wings, just to let him know I want you to follow me. And you'll get him to touch down away from the rocket launch. fly slow. Definitely not. I wish this game had missiles. That would be fun. There's nothing like that. Minutes until launch now, so better get this done very, very quickly. Making 20 tries in a jet. Where would you see it? Now, fly in a straight line, please. Nice and slow. I was making 20 tries to me again. Trying it left. Come on. 18, right out loud. Around. He's doing a sightseeing tour of the world. Nice. Dear God, I'm restarting this. Fail on so many levels.
Guardian 2, Guardian 1. We'll make a left-hand traffic pattern, fly past the carrier, and then head for the coast. After launch, follow me.
Guardian 1 cleared launch. Left closed traffic approved.
Guardian 1. It's not like we're in any hurry at all.
One, airborne.
1, radar contact, no interval. Guardian 2 cleared launch. Left closed traffic approved. 2, radar contact. Interval is Guardian 1 turning downwind.
Guardian 1, abeam.
Guardian 1, roger.
Trying to keep visual contact with Guardian 1 as best I can.
All right, stay with me, and let's head for the Cape. We'll climb to 10,000 feet.
Guardian flight, switch departure.
Over to departure, Guardian flight. Departure, Guardian flight, climb Angels 10.
Over.
Guardian flight, proceed on course.
Proceed on course, Guardian flight.
Guardian flight, contact Orlando approach on 124.8.
Guardian flight leader, switching. Orlando approach, Guardian flight. 2 F-18s with you, climbing to 10,000.
Guardian flight, radar contact. Continue westbound at your discretion. Restricted areas 2932, 2933, and 2934 are all active. No reported traffic.
Guardian 2, Guardian 1. Follow me, and let's proceed to the launch area. The restricted areas around the Cape are all hot, so we shouldn't encounter any other aircraft. If we do, we'll have to escort them away.
That's weird. God, I feel like I'm playing GT Sport. Trying to avoid losing some sportsman rate. Oh dear.
Approach, Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie. We'd like to cancel flight following at this time.
Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie.
Go. That's right.
Guardian 2, Guardian 1. There's the launch area to the south. Let's separate for maximum coverage and orbit the facility counterclockwise on opposite sides of the Cape. You fly ahead and take the west side, I'll take the east. Maintain 10,000 and maintain a 5-mile radius out from the pad itself. Approach. Guardian flight breaking into Guardian 1.
Just gonna pause that for a second.
Guardian 2.
Guardian 1, Squawk 3675, ident.
Guardian 1.
Guardian 1, radar contact. Over G, over G, over G, over G. Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, approach. Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, approach. You still with me? Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, squawk ident.
There we go.
Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, if you can hear me, give me an immediate turn to the west. On your present heading, you'll enter restricted area 2934. Airspace is active for a rocket launch. Turn west, sir. Guardian 1, Guardian 2, I have an unresponsive aircraft 2 miles northeast of Space Coast Regional, a Cessna Caravan about to violate the restricted airspace. No mode C, altitude unknown, looks like he's northeast bound, heading your way.
Guardian 1, roger. We'll intercept and escort clear.
Thank you, sir. Probably just sightseeing and didn't read the NOTAMs.
Over Guardian 2, you intercept the bogey, I'll cover the perimeter. Form up on his left side and slide in front so he sees you. Rock your wings to let him know to follow you.
Guardian 1, Guardian 2, Canaveral Ops requests that you escort the intruder to the shuttle landing facility runway. Not sure why.
Wilco, Guardian 1.
Guardian Flight, NASA advises time to launch is T-minus 11 minutes.
Roger, T-minus 11, Guardian Flight.
So we'll get 11 minutes to try and take this target back to the airport so we can get a good speak to.
Over, G.
We've lost enough just to form up on this side.
Over, G. Over, G.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I really don't know how you would know it's an F-18 just whizzing past you. Engine's not all that noisy enough.
Guardian 2, that's the strip right under us. Lower your gear and make it touch and go to let them know to land. Not sure why they want them there, but we do what we're told.
Guardian 2, clear touch and go. Caution, alligators on or near the runway.
Guardian 2, follow the caravan to make sure he lands.
NASA shuttle landing facility, Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie. I think the fighter plane wants me to land there.
Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, affirmative. You violated restricted airspace and are requested to make an immediate landing. The good news, this is the same runway the space shuttle lands on. The bad news is that NASA security officers are waiting for you. Winds 355 at 23, runway 33 cleared to land.
Caravan 8 Bravo Charlie, roger. I guess I forgot to check for NOTAMs. Whoops.
Even if this caravan decided not to land and to fly towards the rocket, there's not much I can really do. Flight Simulator don't allow missiles.
Attention all aircraft, restricted areas 2932, 2933, and 2934 are active. NASA advises launch in T-minus 3 minutes.
Guardian 2, maintain a 5-mile radius from the pad.
The shuttle launches are the ones that always make the news, sir. But NASA and the Air Force launch smaller rockets all the time. As a pilot, it's your responsibility to gather all information pertinent to your route of flight. You're lucky that the launch wasn't scrubbed as a result of your carelessness.
8 Bravo Charlie.
Over G, over G, over G, over G. Over G. Attention all aircraft, restricted areas 2932, 2933, and 2934 are active. NASA advises launch in T-minus 2 minutes. Attention all aircraft, restricted areas 2932, 2933, and 2934 are active. NASA advises launch in T-minus 1 minute.
Just about to launch.
Guardian 2, we have liftoff. Nice work.
Is that right? Guardian 1 now back to aircraft carrier. Try and help him.
Over G, over G, over G. Over. G.
Mission complete. Oof. Executive transport. Might be a fun one. Let's see. I'll do probably as my last one. Seems like a good one. Amsterdam to London. Let's see, 45 minutes to complete. During the flight, your co-pilot will handle radio communications, but you will handle all flight systems. Before flight, this mission... Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll handle all radio communication on this flight. You'll handle the flying. All set? I'll call for our clearance. Good morning, Schiphol clearance delivery, World Travel 293, IFR to Heathrow.
World Travel 293, clear to London Heathrow Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 6000, expect flight level 260, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.05, squawk 0034.
Clear to Heathrow is filed. Climb and maintain 6000. Expect flight level 260. 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.05. Squawk 0034.
World Travel 293, read back correct. Expect runway 24 and contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi.
We'll expect 24 and contact ground. Thanks. All right, we're cleared as file with an initial altitude of 6,000 feet. We're ready to go, so I'll get our taxi clearance. Schiphol ground, World Travel 293 with Papa, ready to taxi, IFR.
World Travel 293, taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Alpha 9, Bravo, Echo 1. Altimeter 2921.
24 via Alpha 9, Bravo, Echo 1, World Travel 293. Okay, we've been cleared to taxi to runway 24 using taxiways Alpha 9, Bravo, and Echo 1. Initiate pushback and I'll make a call to the cabin. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your first officer speaking. We're beginning our taxi and expect to be first in line for takeoff. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. Taxi checklist. Flaps set to 5. Trim set for takeoff. Taxi checklist completed.
What it is with these planes, they do not like to turn on the ground. takeoff clearance, or do I have to push onto the runway?
Alright, hold short here and I'll get our takeoff clearance. Ski Full Tower, World Travel 293, holding short runway 24, ready to go.
World Travel 293, wind 230 at 15, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, fly runway heading.
And clear for takeoff, World Travel 293. Okay, before takeoff checklist. Engine start switches, set to continuous. Flaps, set to 5. And before takeoff checklist complete. Alright, turn on the landing lights and strobes and let's go. After takeoff, fly runway heading and climb to 6,000 feet.
Engine spool for a bit.
V1, rotate. V2. Positive rate, gear up.
World Travel 293, contact departure.
World Travel 293, switching. Thanks. Flaps up and accelerate to 250 knots. Ski full departure, World Travel 293 is with you, climbing to 6,000.
World Travel 293, roger. World Travel 293, turn left, heading 225, proceed on course. Climb and maintain 12,000.
Left to 225, then on course and up to 12,000. World Travel 293. Let's run through the after takeoff checklist. Okay, turn left at 225 degrees, then join our flight plan route and climb to 12,000 feet. Landing gear, up. Flaps, up. Engine start switches set to off. After takeoff checklist complete. Flight deck, go ahead.
Just wanted to let you know that one of our passengers isn't feeling well. There's a doctor on board, so he's being treated. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, thanks for letting us know.
No great problems.
Orbit 526, turn left heading 200.
Left to 200, orbit 567.
World Travel 293, contact Amsterdam Center on 123.85.
123.85 for World Travel 293. Amsterdam Center, World Travel 293, climbing to 12,000.
World Travel 293, Amsterdam Center, continue on course, altimeter 2921. World Travel 293, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climbing to flight level 220, World Travel 293. Okay, we're passing 10,000 feet, so we can turn the landing lights off. We should leave the seatbelt sign on, though, until we get out of these clouds, just in case it gets a little choppy. Well, we're cleared up to 22,000 feet now, so let's keep climbing.
Landmark 11, contact Rotterdam approach now on 127.02. Landmark 11, we'll see you.
Flight deck, go ahead.
The doctor says the sick passenger is having a heart attack.
Okay, well, so I assume he thinks we need to get him to a hospital.
Yes, sir. He says he needs to get to hospital immediately.
Okay, thanks. We'll let you know what we decide to do. Well, looks like we should divert to the closest airport with a hospital. Rotterdam is just behind us, and we'll be able to get in and out of there quickly. I'll call dispatch. World Travel Dispatch, World Travel 293.
World Travel 293 dispatch, go ahead.
We're just off Amsterdam for London. One of our passengers is having a heart attack, and a doctor on board says he needs immediate medical attention. We're planning on diverting to Rotterdam.
World Travel 293, stand by. World Travel 293, roger. We'll call ahead and have paramedics meet you at the gate.
Okay, thank you. We'll divert to Rotterdam. We'll advise when on the ground, World Travel 293. So let's divert to Rotterdam. Identifier Echo Hotel Romeo Delta. Hopefully we can get in there quickly. I'll notify ATC. Amsterdam Center, World Travel 293, has a passenger with a medical emergency. Request diversion to Rotterdam.
World Travel 293, roger. Descend and maintain 2,000.
Down to 2,000, World Travel 293. Okay, descend to 2,000 feet.
World Travel 293, contact Rotterdam approach now on 127.02.
World Travel 293, switching. Thanks for the help. Rotterdam approach, World Travel 293, descending to 2,000, diversion to Rotterdam for a medical emergency.
World Travel 293, roger. Rotterdam altimeter 29.21. Proceed direct to the Rotterdam Romeo Oscar Tango NDB. Expect factors for the ILS runway 24 approach.
Direct to Rotterdam Romeo Oscar Tango NDB, World Travel 293. Okay, let's turn around and fly to the Rotterdam NDB, identifier ROT, frequency 350.5. From there we'll get vectors for the ILS. I'll notify the flight attendants.
Forward cabin, go ahead.
We're diverting to Rotterdam, so please prepare the cabin.
Okay, good to hear. I'll tell the doctor and we'll get the cabin ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first officer speaking. We have a passenger with a medical emergency on board, so we're diverting to Rotterdam. We should be on the ground in just a few minutes. Once the passenger is off board, we'll continue on to London as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. 1,000 feet. Slow to 250 knots. Turn on the landing lights and the fasten seatbelt sign.
Never took the fasten seatbelt sign off.
Approach checklist. Altimeter set to 29.21. Speed set. At our current weight, we'll want to fly the approach at 145 knots. Approach brief. The frequency for the runway 24 ILS is 108.3, and the course setting is 239er. Get yourself set up for the approach. Approach checklist complete.
Travel 293, fly heading 050 to Rotterdam Romeo Romeo NDB. Reduce speed to 180 knots.
050 to the NDB and slowing to 180. World Travel 293. Okay, bring us around to 050 degrees, which will take us to the Rotterdam Romeo Romeo NDB, and slow to 180 knots. Set flaps 5.
will travel 293, turn left heading 270. Maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 24 approach. Contact tower on 118.2 at the marker.
Cleared for the approach tower at the marker, world travel 293. Okay, turn left to 270 degrees and intercept the ILS. Maintain 2,000 feet until we're established on the localizer. Set full flap, slow to 145 knots. Rotterdam Tower, world travel 293 on the ILS 424.
World travel 293, wind 251 at 17, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, world travel 293. Flight attendants, please be seated for landing. Here we go, landing checklist. Gear down. Flaps set to full. Speed brakes armed. Auto brakes set to 3. Landing checklist complete.
World Travel 293, turn next taxiway, contact ground on 122.17.
World Travel 293. Rotterdam ground, World Travel 293, off 24, taxi to the gate.
World Travel 293, taxi to parking on the east side of the terminal at the base of the control tower. An ambulance is standing by.
Taxi to the east side of the terminal, World Travel 293. Okay, let's taxi over to the ambulance on the east side of the terminal building. After landing, checklist. Landing lights off. Engine start switches off. Flaps up. Speed brake down. Auto brake off.
Oh, yeah.
After landing checklist complete.
Perfect. Tell me I missed my turn off, did I?